Hey everyone, welcome back. Shark Tank tips, another product, another discussion. Today we'll be talking about Ice Shaker. First off though, who am I? Zoe Hewitt. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RealZoeHewitt, standing directly to my right.
Hi guys, I'm Kelsey Hightower and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at @KelsHightower.
Now this first product, Ice Shaker, it is basically a shaker cup, like athletes put in and shake. I like how I'm giving you the visual. Kelsey's doing the full body, right?
Shake,
so
shake, shake.
This one though is double insulated, so it won't sweat. It will take 30 hours at 75 degrees before anything starts melting.
It's a long day.
Really amazing.
Long couple days.
Yes, it is. So this product, Chris Gronkowski. Now, if you were watching the episode, which we hope you were, or at least you're watching us, we found out that he's part of a family of athletes, Super Bowl winners. And so I've got to say, I don't think he would have gotten a deal if it weren't for those Super Bowl playing brothers.
Well, it definitely helps. And I think every shark made an offer, and that rarely happens on the show, that everybody wants in on a product. And I don't know, I know that he would have been questioned a little bit more on his product or on the stats if he wasn't a Gronkowski, probably.
Right.
But the name holds so much, and I think it would be not very wise for the Sharks not to bid on it.
Right.
So the name just sells itself, and that's a perfect, easy way to make $1.
And the name sells itself, but the big problem that the Sharks pointed out is the name is nowhere on this product. It's not on the packaging. It's not even in the product name. It's an ice shaker. It's not like a Grand shaker.
Right.
So I think they had a big issue with that. And I also think, along what you're saying with getting questioned, these guys invited all the Sharks up. They didn't invite them. They told them and said, hey, we're all playing Flip Cup together. I do not think the Sharks love that, and I also don't think they could have gotten, and no one else could have gotten away with this. Do you agree?
I don't know if anybody else would have gotten away with it, but I thought it was hilarious. I mean, just to see, you know, Lori and Barbara trying to play Flip Cup up there, I mean, that was funny. And Mr. Wonderful playing Flip Cup.
It felt so awkward to me.
I was like, what is happening? But I kind of love it, sort of situation. So that was fun. You know, you could definitely tell that, you know, the brotherly love was there. They were riled up about the product and everything. But what was kind of interesting was when they were making the offers. So everybody wanted a piece of the pie. Lori had the best idea. She's the one that came up with the idea of putting the Gronkowski name on the product. And she didn't even get to jump in on that. And he even asked A-Rod and Mark if she could go in with them and have 3 sharks. And Mark was like, no way!
Mark was like, no go on. Lori and A-Rod, to his credit, said, hey, I'm with my partner, I'll back him. But
I liked that. I'm glad that he did that.
I thought that was nice because we frequently see the Sharks changing allegiances, so that was nice. So, as Kelsey mentioned, they did actually wind up with this deal from A-Rod and Mark going in together. They wound up at $150,000 in exchange for 15%. They had asked for 10, or they had offered 10, so they went up to 15 in order to get 2 sharks. And again, like, I just feel like I cannot wrap my brain around this, because even when the guys after Flip Cup, all the brothers, the 5 of them, were busy like huddling and doing like guy sounds, this would not have flown. Yes! No other Shark Tank product, no other entrepreneur could have gotten away with this. I feel like that's my big tank tip for this episode. Bring your famous brothers with you, right?
Yeah, that would help. And I will have to say one more note about the Gronkowski name is I do like that he was kind of being humble about it, and he wanted to genuinely sell this product and make a good product. But earlier today, I was perusing the mall, and I look over at Brookstone, you know, a store in the mall, and plastered all over the wall is Ron Gronkowski's product for a football speaker, and it was everywhere. The name, he stood out, a big portrait of him, and you just knew who he was, and that, I think, sold itself because it was a football speaker. I was like, that's like a toy, but I'm looking at a Gronkowski, and that's what stood out to me. So I think Lori knew exactly what she was doing, trying to put the name on the cup. So you know.
I agree, and I think Lori is the expert out of all of the Sharks. We hear again and again, at least from Lori, we hear again and again that she's the one who's into marketing. Why wasn't their name on there? And Chris did say that his idea was that he didn't want to sort of piggyback onto the name, and that if all he needed was money, he could probably get it, like wink wink, nudge nudge, from his brothers, but he really wanted guidance and advice. And I think that, well, an ice shaker cup definitely caters to athletes, so Mark and A-Rod were good sharks to pick. It also sort of felt like, would he really have gotten a deal? I don't know. We didn't see enough of him knowing his stuff for me to say he would have gotten that deal.
Lots of games, but it's going to be a fun, like, bro team with Mark and A-Rod and the 5 bros. So I think it'll be interesting. I would watch it at least. You know, like me and Barbara, we're just going to hang out with them and watch them.
So let us know, would you have wanted Ice Shaker? Would you spend $25 for this cup? Kelsey, where can everyone let you know?
All right, guys, I'm Kelsey Hightower, and you can find me and let me know at Kels Hightower on Twitter or Instagram.
And I'm Zoe Hewitt. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RealZoeHewitt. So let us know. Bye-bye.